Hey y'all, wasabi. Alright, so let me just address the first thing that's probably on y'all's minds. Why does she have the same background for every single video? Well, I kind of did all these within a span of a week, so that's just what's going on with my life. Anyways, very interesting. Today's topic is why I chose LuLaRoe over the other companies that kind of have the same thing going on with the consultant selling and then the pyramid scheme, I guess is what a lot of people call it. So there are, I think, 4 companies out there. LuLaRoe, of course there's probably more. LuLaRoe, Amelia James, Honey and Lace, and Agnes and Dora. So LuLaRoe is the largest one out of all of those, and by largest I mean like the most consultants, and that's not painting a negative light on any of the other brands out there. I'm just trying to give you all an idea. So Amelia James is, I think, the newest one. I haven't really heard much about it. I do know that to be a consultant for Amelia James is maybe a week or 2. It's not very long, which is good if you're really just wanting to start selling and just starting to make that profit. Their line is, I think, pretty similar to all the others. That, like I said, I don't really know much about it. The initial package is a lot cheaper than LuLaRoe. It's about, I want to say, $1,000, $1,500 or something like that. Just $1,500 for the initial starting package. It's fairly new. It's fairly new. So if you're wanting to get into something that's just starting up, it's exciting, all that going on, Amelia James might be something you want to look into. I wasn't very interested in the clothing. It just didn't appeal to me. It just, something didn't feel right about it. So I did not go with that one. The next one is Honey and Lace. I looked at Honey and Lace for about a week and I was like, this could work, but I just did not like the styles. I just didn't feel me in those styles. Some of y'all might be like, well, they're kind of similar to LuLaRoe. That might be true, but I just didn't see myself in the clothes, and I think that's a big thing. If I cannot wear it, if I do not feel like I would be confident in it, just me personally, I don't think I'd have the ability to sell it to other people, to other women. So I did not choose Honey and Lace. Honey and Lace is cheaper. I actually believe it's either Honey and Lace or Agnes and Dora that you can choose your prints, and it's like a website, and you can just go on there and you choose which one you want to order to sell. And that might be comforting for a lot of people, but my thought that's going on in my head is, what if those consultants that have been around for a while and have more money to spend on new inventory get all the good prints before I even get the chance to buy anything? That's just kind of scary for me, because with every brand, every single brand out there, there's going to be some styles and prints that you're not a fan of, and I have those feelings towards certain prints and styles for LuLaRoe too. And so if I had to get what was left over after all the consultants above me got theirs, I would be pretty scared. I'd be like, how am I supposed to sell these random, I don't even know, like what, cats on the leggings? I do have a pair, but I bought that for my friend as a joke. That's a side note. Anyways, I don't know how I would be able to sell something like that. So with LuLaRoe, most of y'all know, if you're a consultant, that you do not get to pick the prints. You get to pick the style, like if you want dresses or leggings or classic tee, perfect tee, whatever it is, and the size. Then you place that order, and whoever's working in the warehouse that day, they pick up all these random packages and they throw it in your box. They do not say, oh, this is for Lillian, I'm gonna get her this one. I know she's been looking out for that. No, there's too many consultants to be dealing with that. So I like the not knowing. I feel better about not knowing than I would if I would have had to know. So Agnes and Dora. There's been a lot of videos on YouTube that I've seen about people who were in the queue for LuLaRoe which right now, if you want to know, is about 8 to 10 weeks. It changes though. I did have to sit through a couple things. There was a cruise that that LuLaRoe went on that may have delayed it a little bit, and there was also Memorial Day. I feel like another few factors like spring break and stuff like that. So it was a little bit longer, and so that's a pretty big deal. Agnes and Dora, that's the one that people said that they chose that one over LuLaRoe because it has so much potential to grow. LuLaRoe has been around for 4 years. We just had our 4th birthday. I was not a consultant at that time, but a lot of people don't know that Agnes and Dora have actually been around about the same time as well. They have about, I want to say maybe 2,000, 3,000 consultants. LuLaRoe has over 70,000. That's a pretty big difference. So a lot of people are like, I want the potential to be a part of a business that will grow. Like, for some reason they think LuLaRoe is done growing. I don't think that's the case. I only found LuLaRoe 3 months ago, and I jumped on the bandwagon. So clearly it's still growing. I'm saying a lot. That's kind of weird, but sorry. I'm sorry. Just ignore me. Again. So they chose Agnes and Dora due to that reason. That's, I believe, the main reason. Another reason that I've seen is the quality. A lot of Agnes and Dora consultants believe that the quality is better than LuLaRoe's. And I can see where they see that due to the conflicts that we've had with the leggings and the holes in the leggings and everything. But we've solved that issue. I believe we have, because we've kind of narrowed it down to what batches and where that was coming from, like those leggings, where they were coming from, and we've tried to solve that issue. And we even have the happiness policy in place. If you see my last video, that's what that's about. So we've solved that issue. Now, there are a lot of similarities between Agnes and Dora and LuLaRoe. It's kind of hard to compare two different brands. It's like, I mean, it's clothing. I mean, there are going to be similarities, but ultimately there's two different name brands, okay? You can't, it's like iPhone and Samsung, okay? And that's about as close as I can get to it. I mean, they all have cameras. They all have the ability to get on the internet, but which one do you feel most comfortable using? I personally use an iPhone. That's my preference. Okay, so let me just give you an example. With leggings, Agnes and Dora has a very thin waistband. It's I think elastic. It's tighter. It's like a tighter feel. And LuLaRoe has a wider waistband. It's about, I think, about that much. And that's more of a preference thing. I like my waistband wider just because I'm plus size, and I don't like the feel of something like digging into me. I mean, that's awful. Like, just imagine if your underwear was doing that, like digging into you. Like, clearly you need to go up a size or just find a different type of underwear. And then another thing that the people have pointed out is the more true to size aspect of it. They say that Agnes and Dora is more true to size. They have different size leggings that you can get that will fit you. You will not have certain parts on your legs that are sagging, like in your knees, extra fabric, or it's too short on your legs, or too much on your legs, like you have it just bunched up at your ankle. And that's the thing that they pointed out. I haven't had that issue. Like I said, I'm plus size, so I usually fit to tall and curvy leggings for LuLaRoe. I don't personally own any Agnes and Dora Honey and Lace or my Amelia James, if y'all are wondering. I'm just going off of my research and what I have also heard in other videos. But the versatility in LuLaRoe is there. And I haven't really seen much versatility with the other brands that I have named. Then again, I haven't actually done the research for the versatility because I'm not interested in those brands. But what I have to say ultimately is what it comes down to is what you find that you are confident in. Like, if I I first found LuLaRoe. I didn't even know any of these other brands. I didn't even know LuLaRoe until I just happened upon it. And to be honest, whenever I joined the queue, I was like, yeah, I want to do LuLaRoe. I think I'm going to do this. And then I was like, what are these other brands? I was finding videos of Agnes and Dora. Oh, I left the queue for Agnes and Dora. Oh, my Amelia James, Honey and Lace. And I was like, what? What are these other brands? Are they better than LuLaRoe? And you know what? That's something every person who is wanting to sell in one of these companies has to ask themselves. What do I feel most confident in selling? Do I feel confident in selling LuLaRoe? Do I love their styles? Do I love their prints? Even though, I mean, they have some bad ones. All of them do. That's a personal preference. So I stuck with LuLaRoe because I love the styles. I love the way I feel in them. I feel confident, and I want other people to feel that confidence too. Now, I'm not saying I will never buy from the other brands, but personally right now, where I'm at right now, I just feel more confident with LuLaRoe. And I'm not sure if this video is helpful at all. I just wanted to share that information out there with y'all. You can find me on Facebook, LuLaRoe Lillian Jean. Send me a question or something on my messages, or just post a comment on YouTube. I'm here if y'all want to talk. Y'all have a great night. Bye.